Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing? Hey, it's me. It's Derek again. Sorry to disappoint, but it's me. It's Friday, TGIF. Hope you guys had a good week. Hope you're having a good beginning to your Friday, or afternoon to your Friday, evening, Saturday morning. Good morning, I guess it's, no, is it? No, it's morning here where where I am. Well, no. It's morning in the West Coast. Yeah, that's it. What a lovely introduction. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, in between the blathering and nonsense, we're gonna work on a long pose, and I think I'm just gonna jump right into it from the very tippity top of the stream. And I think I'll take one of the poses here. Here, let me take this down. I'll take probably this photo. Sorry, this. I mean, the first one was really nice too. From Bodies in Motion. This is what we've been working with all week. It's been a dream. It's been heaven. Because these are so nice, high-res photos. It's been great. Actually, or was it this one? This one looks really nice, too. I want one that has a little bit of motion, as well as... see, that has a lot of motion, but it also needs... I would like for it to look like it's making sense, as well. So I think I'm going to go with this one. Nice strong pose. Nice keyframe type thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into painting this. I'll probably just take the sketch that we did here yesterday and blow that one up. Let me do that. Control J, get it on its own layer, zoom out. I guess we can go like that size. Maybe we should fix some things before we, yeah. Let me just have a look here. I think her neck needs to come down. Like right here. Do all of this. Here, let's get a little bit of that slope so it goes down. Yeah, that feels a little better. Alrighty, Mick, how you doing, man? I'm Aurelia. The last one is gorgeous. And hi. I must have missed it. No, I definitely missed it. Okay, so the arm here. There's something going on with the arms. So I want to fix those as quickly as I can. I think that might be it. It just needs to be a little bit lower. No. And then probably for that. And I think I need to grab here. Just a little bit more booty. Just a little bit. That's a little bit too much. Here, we're getting there. Getting there, man. Isn't the leg should be a bit more left, just thinking because she put her weight on it? Which leg? Well, she's in motion right now. So if there's momentum, and we're looking at just a still frame from somebody in momentum, yeah, there's going to be a sign of imbalancement, because you're just taking one snapshot of it, right? I don't think any of what I just said made any sense, but hopefully it did. Unless I'm misunderstanding what you're saying there, Aurelia, which is entirely possible, as I have a potato for a brain. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Well, it absolutely feel a little bit weird for sure, and hopefully we'll address those later on. Further down the line. Partly I'm being lazy, and I'm partly I just don't really enjoy feet, as last week states. I guess the evidence is there. They ain't for me. Okay, so. That. I think probably. No, let's make torso maybe a little wider. think that was it. But... I think it's the top right foot. But I don't have the reference in front of me. Yeah, and that's here, I can do that. Let me, this is, hopefully that link works. I'm not sure if that link will work. But this is it. So you see how she's got the leg out, I guess. I'm gonna stick with this for a bit until it's feeling like it's ready to be painted. Or maybe I should just redraw it. I don't know. All right. And then I do want to raise this up a little bit. Let's take a look from this angle. I think maybe I can lower this down a bit. Okay, I think that's fine. And now I guess I have two tabs open of the same image, so I can zoom in. And let's see. Let's see here, man. Let's, I think we're gonna cut her out. Do I want to do grayscale? I think we're just gonna jump right into color. It's pretty monochromatic, so being on a white background doesn't really change too much in terms of, I don't know, ambient color, ambient light. there. Back shoulder. So I've been playing a little bit more of that Valheim game. I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier in the week. A lot of fun. It feels very different than like an Ark type game, but yet the same. There's terraforming, right? So there's, or what would you call that? I don't know. You can landscape. You can actually change the layout of the land. I don't know if you could do that in like Ark or similar games like it. It feels more like Minecraft. It feels very similar to just surviving in the world of Minecraft, because I think monsters pretty much only exist like in the shadows, which is Minecraft, very Minecraft. It's fun. It's fun. They actually have a roadmap already planned out too, and it's nice. That's nice to have. I think, you know, as someone who is investing into a early access game, you would hope that there's promise in the future for an actual completed game. I think that's very common for what people expect to have, but very common to not have that as well, not have it delivered as promised. But this game, it feels like it's different. It feels like these are different types of devs. I don't know. $20. I've already got my money's worth, I think. You know, I don't know how you guys rate your value, but for me, it's basically like $1 an hour. It's the simplest way to do it. And I've already spent probably like 15 hours on it this week since it came out. Worth it, right? According to my logic. And again, it really depends on the individual's what they value, what they think their dollar is worth when it comes to spending it on video games. Video games. Is this the mid-tone we're doing? This isn't the mid-tone we're doing. No, this is what I was just putting down. And that changes, you know, like I'll grab what I think is going to be the mid-tone after painting with it and laying it out like I just did. No, I don't like it, but I continued on anyways because I know that with Photoshop we have these magical windows that we can control the color and value of. Sorry, that will give us the control to do that. So I want something much lighter, more saturated. Maybe back here. A little bit more red, I think. Let's try that. Let's see how it goes. Make a new layer up top. Actually, let's duplicate this one a bunch of times and then merge it together so that way it's opaque. Let's try that. Flip onto this one. Let's go with a multiply. Let's get a square brush here to block things in. I'll just sample that local value or color. Let's lower my flow by 1,000,000. Yeah, so we can get a nice build up. And so even these colors are probably going to be changed as well, but it's I guess it's the fact that I know that I can later on change them and make them more accurate. It's kind of just getting like something down so that, much like with laying down lines and trying to accurately draw the reference, we can only really do that once we start to have landmarks to draw contrast and compare our accuracy with, right? So that's kind of what I'm doing with the colors. I'll put something down that I think is initially close to it, and then as more and more values and colors become part of the painting, I start to see how much I need to go one way or pull back a little bit the other way. That's it, really. That's kind of it. So that's how I get my bearings. Because I really wish I could just color pick with my eyeball and then get the exact color that I'm seeing, but unfortunately I can't. So it's just kind of like, get as close as you can, work a little bit further, check back on it, see how it's doing. If you need to punch it either darker, more saturated, hue, whatever it is, then go ahead and do that then. That's my approach. I don't know if that's effective, but it's kind of how I go about it. When coloring it in, are you doing it from the initial reference photo? Yes. Wait, are you... I'm using the reference as reference. That's it. I'm not taking any colors from the reference, no. I'm not sure if that's what you were trying to ask there, Artie. Yeah, I don't color sample. That's up to the individual. I personally would rather try and guess. I guess. Yeah, I guess. And then hopefully I learned something, I guess. A lot of guessing. When color, yeah, okay, that's what you meant. Cool. Yeah. So no, I won't use. I have in the past, like, checked to see how accurate I have been. But not during when I'm painting, no. Okay, so we got that. I think now I want to adjust this. Be less saturated. Darker. Now I'm going to make another layer, a soft light layer. Sample the same value here, same color. She is skin tone, local color. So that's probably too orange. I want a little bit more peach to it. lower the opacity as well on the layer to adjust things. Okay. Okay. Trains your mind, yeah. And the more that I do this with reference, I think that a lot of this stuff, maybe not necessarily the exact colors, obviously, but the approach and the process are fairly same to how I would approach and process my own drawings from imagination. It's just the results are very different. You know, we draw very different than when we use without a reference than when we use reference, right? So it's that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to bridge the gap between the two. How realistic is that going to be in terms of being achievable? I don't know, but that's what I'm aiming to do. You know, it's so that I can have that visual library. Alright, I think I'll probably merge the lines down too. Or do this. Let's do Control J for that. Turn the lines off on that layer. Yeah, let's do that. And then duplicate all this. So to duplicate in Photoshop, just click the top layer that you want. You want multiple. I'm holding down Shift, click the last layer, release Shift, hold down Alt, click and drag, and there you go. Those layers are now duplicated. And do the same thing, hit Control G to put that in a group. And now I'm going to merge this duplicate that I just made. So that, now I have the process, right? I have the entire process here, just in case I want to make a video or something in the future. We have the process. Alright, so now we can get back to here. I kind of want to pull this arm out a little bit more. I think we're going to. So let's get here. Control T. And just come out a little bit more. Maybe to there. So I'm gonna work on the legs first, since this week was supposed to be leg week. How's that sound? We'll do that. Yeah, that sounds good. I sometimes do a color pick palette of image, and using sight, choose the one that resembles it. So you like have a swatch of colors? What is it? It's like, isn't there like a window? Yeah, swatches. So you have like something like this that has just a bunch of values and colors on it? Or are you saying you use like the color wheel? Because that would totally work as well. What's that? Oh, that's the Navigator logo. Why is this over here? Wait. Let's put that there. You have good vision. It's practice. My eyes are they're probably good to begin with, but I wasn't able to always see value ranges, and I still don't. Like, I'm still struggling. I still struggle with it, but it's I mean, I'm where I'm at because of practicing. You know, just trying to really question what value I'm seeing. And this little guy right here, these little 2 squares help out so much for me, because they immediately put relevance to the value that you're currently using and the one that you're trying to find. That sounds really, that's like the words that really didn't feel like they made any sense, but I feel like they did. I feel like they did. I hope that they did. It's tough because, again, without seeing any other values and colors next to the color that you're working on, it's hard to really pinpoint whether or not you're accurate or not. You know, it's hard to get that accuracy without other values. And even then, if you're off in a value, you can still make it work with being off in the next value, but just at the right amount. So that's it, right? It's kind of, the eye is interesting, to say the least. And I think I just saw something else that I need to change. Definitely need to change that. Yeah, let's do it right now, actually. I think this just needs to come out a little more. Yeah, let's get our top on too. Do that. New layer. Just a normal layer. Or just get like a gray now. A little bit more. Let's get this. Okay, let's come down here. We can curve this a little bit more. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard putting words to a lot of this stuff, right? It's the challenge in itself just to describe some of the decisions, what goes on in my head. Should probably cut some of this out. Okay, so yes, the legs. Let's work on the legs first. Excuse me. All right. Push this over a little bit further. Okay, fix this leg too. And that comes down further. Or even more. Okay, down here. Push the kneecap up a little bit further. Okay. That's a little better. Bit by bit, right? I'm just trying to take what I've put down yesterday, observe, like, what would be the word? Enhance. I'm just trying to see what I was seeing yesterday and then take it a level of higher of enhancing, so it's a little bit more accurate, or at least the shapes are a little bit more accurate. You know, I'm not by any means spot on, but I'm just trying for a little bit more accuracy and likeness. Hey Marvu, how you doing, man? For the foot, probably do one of these. Control T, let's rotate it too. That. Alright, we'll come back to those. I think I'll play some MTG on webcam today. That's crazy, man. The MTG Arena? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that could probably be pushed up too right here. Song, it sounds like somebody's just in the back, like crumpling some aluminum foil. Sorry, some aluminium Cheat. What do you... What? Foil? Is it called foil still? Aluminium foil. Aluminium. Yeah, that is the better way to say it. It's just fucking cooler. Aluminium. Illuminati? Question mark? Illuminati foil? Okay, so we're on this new layer. I'm wasting time. Let's go. Let's go here. Actually, I don't think I want to add that just yet. Let's go for the darker value. And that's, I think we can switch to our paintbrush. There we go. A little bit more saturation, I think. A little bit more. Yeah, that's a little better. Maybe we do need a layer underneath here that has this saturation going on. Maybe a little bit darker. And see, like I'll take forever to find the value, or at least I'll allow myself to take the time needed to find it, the right hue and the right saturation and the right value. And when I say right, I mean what I think is right, not actually 100% correct. Just kind of going for it, you know what I mean? Let's take this one off now. Closer. So I'm not looking at like specularities right now. I'm just looking at, I'm kind of like blurring my eyes and trying to see like an average, I guess. This goes all the way down, and then it changes a little bit. Let's see where else we can put this. So I guess the underpainting. Is that what you would call it? Kind of, you're just trying to get, if you're working in layers, right? If you're thinking about what should be on top, you know, if you've ever done any animating, or I guess any type of layers, just layers, you know that something has to be at the very bottom, just as much as something needs to be on the top. But I guess you can just paint flat, right? What I'm saying. You know what? Pretend I didn't say anything. Or even better, pretend what I said made lots of sense. There. Let's do that one. Oh wow, really profound, Derek. Wow. Wow, you like think about stuff and junk. Good for you. Good for you. Thanks, guys. So nice. Alright, maybe we can go back to this layer now. Here, I just want to erase that. This walked into okay. So a lot of mud's happening. I think that's fairly normal. That's fairly fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and move down a value. So let's get this darker value out. Let's put the wet edge on this one too. Wet edge. Lower the flow even more. Gets a little bit lighter in value the closer to the foot because of the environment. Is this a little bit higher? Okay, so I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so I still haven't added like the core shadow. Alright, so I want more value, more saturation. Let's go like that, maybe. Back here. I don't like what I just did there, so I'm gonna go back. Press again. pretty muddy, right? Let's see if this next little bit we can clean that up a bit. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Oh, Artie, you taking off? No worries, man. Have yourself a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you again next time. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more and see some of this value in this leg. Alright. And I think I'll duplicate, merge, and hide the, oops, Control G rather. Put the other original in a group. Let's lower this side more. Oh, you're not going? You just left for like 20 minutes? Oh, 10 minutes? So that's fine. I mean, that's, yeah, it's, you can come and go as you please, man. It's totally fine. Okay, so here. I think I'll switch back to this brush now. You hate to miss anything? I got good news for you. I have started consistently uploading all the VODs onto my YouTube channel. So pretty much all last week, all this week will be up on the YouTube within 24 hours of the live broadcast. What is it? The last link there. And I think we are at 88 subs over on YouTube, and we are, I think it's 100. I think we need to get 100 in order to change the URL so it's not that god-awful mess at the end of that link there. So we're close. We're very, very close. All right. So I'll make sure that all the VODs get uploaded. Something I wish I would have done 5 years ago when I first streamed. Because I have like literally nothing to show for that time in my life. So, I mean, like, you know, at the time, my thought process was streaming it's a live thing. You know, it's not a video, but I'm older now, a little bit more wiser, I think. So my perspective has changed. And I want those VODs. Okay. Alright, so a little bit darker now. A little bit darker. I have to come back to this area, I think. This down a little bit more. And no problem, Art. No problem, man. I encourage you guys to check out other art streams as well. There's so much. Each channel has like its own stock of amazing resources, and all you have to do is kind of just like lurk for about like 15-20 minutes, and usually you'll see like a link appear in the chat for a lot of these streams over in this art section in the art streaming. What do we call it? It used to be called the creative section. Pretty much each one of those streamers has like a community, as well as, like I said, tons of resources. And the more that we socialize, it's a hard thing to do, but the more that we put ourselves out there, the more chances of us exposing ourselves to more awesome tools, right? So yeah, it's I don't know, we're small but where am I going with this? I don't know. My brain turned off halfway through coming up with some bullshit to say, so I'm just gonna go back to painting. Okay, Derek, that sounds good. Something profound, maybe a little bit inspiring, and then I just end it with a fart in the wind. Oh man. Okay. Alright, let's get a little bit of color in here. Any other artists that do the loose sketching? None that come off the top of my head. Poos. P-O-O-S-E-2. I can't remember how he spells his name. Who else? Who else is loose? Why am I trying to think of names? I'm awful with names. There's if I remember when I'm watching and lurking in some other streams, I'll try and make a list. Okay. I want to look at this knee for a little while here. Okay, so come down here, yeah. This still needs to be like tons more saturated. But I think a lot of it has to do with that monitor that I'm looking at is very saturated. It likes to bump things up. A very trustworthy monitor. Alright, let's keep the same value, but let's lose some of the saturation. No, let's lighten up the value now. Larry, we're using Bodies in Motion .photo. I don't know if that link takes you to what I'm seeing. Hopefully that'll do the trick. It's an amazing site, by the way. Bodies in Motion.photo. We did a bunch of just sketches from it earlier in the week. Where are we? Yeah, that's from 2 days ago. And I think this is from Monday or Tuesday, or maybe both. And now we're just doing something a little bit longer. Taking, dusting off the old paintbrushes. Yeah, I want to make this a little bit more rich. Come back in with something a little bit brighter. Let's go a long way for helping me out traditional graphite drawings. What will? The website? Is that what you're saying, already? Bodies in Motion? Both that and this new... Artie, you're too kind, man. You're too kind. Form building is amazing. Good one. Amazingly good. I appreciate that. You are too kind. I'm only one man. And I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. Okay. Alright, let's get over to here. Thanks for hanging out, guys. It's a very chill Friday. I find that when I actually have to focus on something, I tend to shut up. So let's see how long that'll last. So let's see how long my attention span will hold out. Okay, exaggerating this a little. So let's get that. You wish you learned this 40 years ago. You're 62. Well, I'm sure that at your age, you're probably more in tune with your environment than had you were 40 years ago. And what I'm trying to say is that you needed the 40 years to get to where you're at, to know that you wanted to do something. And that's your journey. That's relative to you. That's your story. Some other people, yeah, they start earlier, but not everybody. So it's don't cut yourself short just yet, just because you're not born with a brush in your mouth and a silver spoon in the other mouth. Two mouths in this world, I guess. Ignore that. I'm saying it's not too late. It's never too late, man. You know, I'm 35. Still, it depends on who you ask. That's considered old. That's considered young. That's why I don't really ever pay much attention to that kind of stuff. I've been drawing all my life, and I'm still nowhere near where I want to be. So it's all relative, right? It's all, you know, if we focus on how well somebody else is doing, rather than focusing on us trying to improve our own skills, we're just going to be wasting time, right? So it's getting our minds right to help us learn is easier said than done, but it's probably the most important thing, right? Using other people's artwork as inspiration over when you see it, making you feel like this person's already this good. Why bother? Why should I even start? And this is something that I've said before in the past. It's like, that person isn't drawing the way that they're drawing to spite you. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure no artist out there is going to do that and act that way. And if they are, they're most likely not really probably part of the industry. Hopefully not. What am I trying to say here? I don't know. It's all relative, right? All very, very relative. Mick, and sorry I keep calling you Artie, Mick. I apologize. And I hope I'm saying that. It's Mick, not Mike. Mike has... Is there two ways to say Mike? I don't know. Probably is. No one understands that. I'm proud of you that you are doing it now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, age is only a number. I stopped drawing because of starting a family, but I'm up and running again. Exactly. And there's to some, starting a family, there's no there's no price on that, right? There's no time, money. You can't really label that shit. That's a fulfilling thing for a lot of people. So kudos. You know? Mick? Okay, cool. My apologies for calling you Artie. It's a pleasure, Mick. Yeah, Danny, there you go. That's me. That's me over on Behance. Yeah. That's what I was doing just before streaming over here again. Adobe is well, I'm wearing their swag. I'm wearing their clothes that they got from back in the day. Still, it's a good sweater. It's a good jumper. Okay, so let's get this in a little bit more here. It's another thing. I don't know if I said this yet. The greatest thing about starting to become a painter or an artist is, especially if you're going to be using some form of reality in your art, is that reality's not really changing. The way physics works and the way biology works and how our bodies are engineered and how animals' bodies are engineered, it's going to stay that way. It's going to stay that way for a good while. None of that's going to change. So that's staying still. All we need to do is change ourselves, right? You know, it's easier said than done, of course, but it's I find that helps still my anxiety in my mind whenever I start to feel overwhelmed by how little progress I feel like I've made. But that's it. Again, like that progress, that sensation, not a sensation, but that sense of lack of progressive momentum in your work, it's very relative, right? Because anybody from an outside perspective who's never seen your work before might have a reaction of like, holy shit, you're god tier, or this is like professional stuff. And in your own mind, you're like, wow, that's not what I think of it. But somebody does, you know, that makes it, you know, that makes it successful. If it's just one person liking your art, or if it's 1,000, you know. And even if it's 0, then trash it or like it yourself, or, you know, just like keep going forward. I'm doing that thing again where I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to what I'm saying, so I'm gonna get back to painting. I love my art. Started streaming has given me an art family, if that makes sense. I completely understand that, absolutely. For the life of me, I cannot draw from memory, but this loose sketching helps a lot. And that's where you probably need to be, right? Is adding more. The more that you take in, the more that there's chance of that sticking, right? But I think there's something that you can do that goes further beyond that. And it's not just trying to remember things visually, but it's drawing them repeatedly so that you have the muscle memory, right? And I'm not saying like if you spelled a word incorrectly in English class or literature class, you have to spell it out 1,000 times over and over again. No, I think just drawing similar things consistently. That's basically all I'm saying. So like with gesture drawing, starting off every morning with like some quick poses, like over here. Right there, that's the link. You'll see it eventually. And then just go time practice. This is in sites similar to quick poses, much like what we're using for the reference here, bodiesinmotion.photo, are, you know, just resources to help us improve in our drawing, and to do gesture drawings at a life drawing session that's like the pinnacle. That's like you're connecting to energy and harnessing the energy of art, specifically for anatomy, human anatomy, right? You're plugging in. But you can't really stay plugged in. Okay, where am I going with this metaphor? I'm gonna turn this into Matrix somehow. That would be amazing. That would make things a lot more easier. If we all just became
What was
Neo.
that?
What was that? And Mick, sorry, Mick, please forgive me, Mick. Thanks for the follow. 15 hours ago, I guess that's when I'm reading that. Frus, is it Eimer? Chobari, and Rona. Thank you guys for the follows, I appreciate it. Okay. Let's get the reference back. Let's stay to the Shin here. That's what I like with my portrait drawings. I've made a fair bit of revenue from it, and I think, wow, really? Yeah. Yeah, people pay for this stuff? And that's... Sometimes it really is the reactions that are the value, right? It's crazy, man. It's just how happy sometimes art can make some people feel. Where you felt the frustration and maybe even the disappointment while creating said art, right? So it's just truly in the eye of the beholder. And that's awesome. It's all just a metaphor for life, right? Whoa, Derek. Whoa, bro. Whoa. I wish I was more poetic. I don't read enough, so I don't know enough words. I probably know the same, probably less, honestly. I was going to say I probably know the same amount of words that I did after graduating from high school, so... And maybe that's the same for a lot of people. And again, I guess I have to say that it's relative, right? Not everybody is a reader. Not everyone is an artist. Not everyone is a painter. So it's kind of the same thing. Same rule of thumb, I guess. So this area right here is kind of getting away from me. Let's spend some time here. I think it's just this cast shadow as well that needs to be darker too. Or a core shadow.
What was that?
Appreciate the follows. Thank you. Thank you, individual named Lay Design. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Hope you guys are all having a great day. It's Friday. Kick up your feet day, maybe, hopefully, for some of you guys. Everybody else, well, you already know this sucks to be you, I guess, right? Sorry. Just incredibly rude. Streamer was really nice the entire time, and then all of a sudden just became a huge dick. Completely irrational. no one's special here now. I see I see a lot of people painting grayscale and coloring them. What do you think about that technique? I do it all the time. The reason why people like to do that is when you jump into colors immediately and you're not completely confident on doing something like that, it adds not only value, which is what grayscale is, right? So you just be focusing on your midtones, light tones, and dark tones, right? Not only is that part of this, but we also have to deal with hue and saturation as well. So, and those are fairly dynamic. There's a lot of variables to those, depending on the colors and the light and the environment. So that's why a lot of people like to start with grayscale, so that they can make the world smaller and then not be overwhelmed as much with saturation and color. And because of Photoshop, and, well, I guess digital paint, there's ways to start adding color to grayscale through the blending modes here, right? You have overlay, color dodge. A lot of these will work as well, just right on top of grayscale. Normally what I do, so let's say that we have, I guess, just a head here. It's our head, right? Let's put another value at least. Right, Mr. Egghead here. And if we want to add a layer on top to start coloring, we can use overlay. I like to use, I think it's hard light. Never remember. And then with hard light, I think you have to pick like a really dark value. No, that's not what it is. Each one of these layers has its kind of own approach, really. And by that I mean, like, some of these layers will only work on grayscale to color in weird ways. Like, the value that you choose has to either be really dark, really light, really saturated, right in the middle, or barely at all. So it's a little bit mindfucky, right? It's a little bit tap your nose, rub your tummy, and with your third arm, do your taxes. I don't know. It's kind of, there's a lot to there's a lot to figure out. So that's hard light, and if I switch over to overlay, it still does it. Still, like, it's tinted. So this, I guess, it's no longer an egg; it's a potato. A happy potato head. But if I go back to hard light, it still saturates. Oh my god! It still saturates darker values, and that's why I like hard light. Because overlay doesn't really do that. It kind of cuts off, and then it washes things out and makes things muddy. Or not washes things out, but it makes things muddy. So hard light. And even, I think, like, vivid light can be good, depending on what you're trying. And same with linear light. You know, I'm just pressing, and this is how I mess around with Photoshop. I just put some color down, go into a blending mode, and then use my arrow keys on my keyboard to try and see that's kind of interesting, you know what I mean? Like, just stuff like that. And that's how I've learned. That's how I've done it. Dunt it. That's how we do things. Yeah, so it does, exactly. It gives you just a little bit more control. It quiets the room. The loud art fundamental room of everything telling you how to paint, and just says focus on value. That's it. And that's what I've been trying to do. Is I try to focus on kind of one thing at a time. And then when I feel like I have I'm at a place where I can add more, that's when I start to add more. Or if I'm ready for another lesson. What am I talking about? I don't know. No idea. Like, this area I'm struggling with. I don't think I have this feeling right. I think a lot of it has to do with me needing a soft light layer. The soft light is really good for adding a little bit of saturation, especially to darker values. And it can also darken the value as well. I think maybe something like that. Maybe that's too much. Yeah, I think we need to go back in, lighten some of this. Yeah, that was a little much. Let's go ahead and keep it and then paint on top here. All right, so this value I think is fairly close to what the reference has. Bring it on down. Yeah, I think maybe even more desaturated. We need to go back to this layer and erase some of that. Yeah. Bring on this core shadow. It's been a real pleasure again meeting you all. Thank you so much for giving me insight to sketch work. I have to do dinner. I will catch up later. Painting oils, write poems as well as writing my books for years now. It's crazy. I'll say bye for now. Mick, if you can hear this, thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you soon. What a nice guy. What a really nice guy. They truly do exist. They truly do exist. Nice people. On the internet of all places, right? I must be hallucinating, maybe. Okay. To make that muscle more defining. bit darker. All right. Got that shape in there. I think it's a little bit too high. Move that down a bit. Bring that with it. Like a pink right here. Maybe we can get that painted as well, same color. That a little lighter. Right, little lighter value here. Yeah, I think probably, I don't know, let me see here. Lighten everything. I think we do need to light some of this up. A little bit lighter still. Maybe more gray. Okay. So, I've been going for 2 hours. I'm gonna run upstairs, get some more coffee, stretch my legs a little bit, and then come right back down. Continuing on, painting this one leg. Alright. So, sit tight. I'll be right back, guys. Muted. All right, we're back. Glad I looked at the. Glad I looked at my mic. Caught myself there. All right, cool. Let's paint this. It almost feels like this is a little bit red as well here. Maybe like that. Nope, not at all. Okay, well. Maybe? Try bringing this. Halftones, man. Messing me up. What if I... What button did I just press for that? Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah, let's try putting a wet edge on this one too. No particular reason, I'm just playing around with some settings. Alright. Whoa. Let's get this knee over here. Comes down to the knee. I'll lower my flow to 50-ish. Hey there, cowboy! Giddy up! Favorite tool is the lasso. Happy Friday, SG. How you doing? How are you? How was your week? You have a good week? SG coming in with the how you doing? That's a good question. Okay, well I guess I don't I don't want to know the answer to that then. If that's what you're. That's a good question. Wow. Okay. Turning around, walking away. Sounds like it was an interesting one. I hope you're alright. I hope it wasn't anything too crazy. Oh boy. You want to call it that? It was definitely a week. This week felt a little bit slower than the other ones for me. I mean, I don't know why. It's probably one of my most busiest. Alright. Yeah, there is some type of gradient stuff happening. Yesterday I did a workout for the first time since like November. Ugh. Wow. Since November? I haven't worked out since like 2 Januaries ago. It's insane. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's something that's gonna happen. Doing 12-week program thing, okay. And mysteriously, at the 7-week mark, I got injured. Damn. Just my back got fucked up and locked up. Damn it. And that's an injury that you literally can't do anything. Like, it's... You need your back for, I guess, legs, maybe? Depending on the muscle in your back. Even that can fuck with you, right? So... I got no excuse why I haven't exercised. Oh, yes. COVID, that's right. Not that I have it, it's just I don't. I don't feel like taking care of myself when there's a thing that, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. We'll get back to it eventually. That's my plan. I don't know what you guys are doing to take care of yourselves, but it's something that I would like to do again. I miss having energy. And not getting winded, just walking upstairs, you know, just 2 flights of stairs and you're done. Seriously, at 7-week mark, just got my back bucked, so I had to stop. So it was nice that yesterday I set aside 2 hours just for self-improvement, which is weird. Like everything I do is for myself, right? Watching a movie doesn't feel the same symbolically as working out. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you want to do self-improvement while progressing in something, right? Sure, you progress through an episode of Friends, or well, Friends isn't on Twitch, but it's not on Twitch. Friends on Twitch? Netflix anymore, right? So, I keep like side railing my thoughts. What was I saying? Which is weird. Like every thing I do is for myself. Right? Yeah, like self-care, taking care of yourself. It doesn't always have to be exercise. The feeling of putting my health as a priority, right? Like eating right, exercising, hygiene, you know, shower, wash, clean clothes. Yeah, absolutely. Those all involve self-care. You know, even doing like laundry, house chores. That's self-care, because at least for some people, having a clean house, less stressful and rewarding, believe it or not, afterwards. So that has something similar. That's probably like the only thing I can really think of that's kind of similar to the feeling you have after you've exercised. Cleaning your house. Genuinely asking myself, what am I doing? Noodling. Just started to noodle, which is very fun. I love just like kind of like brainlessly rendering, turning off the brain. But then when I turn it back on, or somebody turns it back on, I don't know what happens, but disappointment. Disappointment is what I see. Who's driving this thing? Not me. Well, that sounds like a good week. Slumbering, that sounds like a great week. Or at least yesterday sounds nice, other than, I guess, no, exercising is good for you. So, I won't say that it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass, but I guess I will say that then. That symbolically says, I matter not only abstractly, but my actual self matters. And I'm worthy of change and improvement. Yeah, absolutely. I think also, yeah, it means self-care means find the person that you are, and then allowing yourself to be confidently you, in a way that only you know. Like, because it's so, again, we've been talking about a lot of relative stuff today. Your own journey in art and your own journey in fucking life, too. I think I have something else I could say to that, but I can't remember. I started painting. Alright, let's get this over a bit more. Sad fiddle. Yeah, that's awesome. Man, how'd you feel after your first exercise, though? Like, how'd you feel getting back into it? Imagine awful and then good. Something along those lines. The awful part being probably at the beginning, and then the good part probably being at the end. It's so... I wish it didn't work that way. I wish our brains didn't do that, or at least mine does. It's just like... anticipating starting to exercise has always, probably will continue to be, something I don't enjoy. It's the act of starting. Because once you're going, it's totally fucking fine. It's just like, it's kind of just the showing up. That's the hardest part. Yeah, I don't like this knee at all. I think I'm just trying to draw. Sorry, just trying to paint like... Shit, that's it. Yeah, say that, Derek. Say that, use those words. Babe. No, don't do that. Okay. Weird knee. Just merge all this together. Let's do it. Mr. Gunn, 005, how you doing? Felt instantly good. It really felt like, yes, I matter. I do want to change and get better, and I do. Yes. It's so... I hate brains. I hate my brain. Because it's almost instant how you do feel better. Maybe not physically, because you might be exhausted, hungry, tired, sore, whatever, but looking back at the end of a day, what you did, and if you exercised and took care of yourself, that feeling that you have in your head, it's I think that's a feeling that we all strive to have in our lives, at least once a week. And if we could get that every day, it affects your mood. You feel good. You're happy, right? I like your brain. It's nice and smooth and shiny. It's not smooth. It's got many wrinkles. Folds on folds on folds. So smart. So woke. Does that instantly make you not woke if you call yourself woke? I think that should be the new rule. I think that's the new rule. I just made it. It's like Reddit. You know, you can't post your own work. You can't call yourself woke. Somebody has to do it for you. These are the rules. Fuck you, I make my own rules. There, that's the right answer. Fuck this guy, I make my own rules. You don't know me. Heard you like folds. Yeah, the folds in my brain because I'm a genius. Hello. No, that's not true. That ain't true. It's only mega true. See what I did there? With the debate. Nice. You got debated. We watched H3 podcast yesterday. that had oh god, what's her name? Miko? The VTuber? Who has like that really awesome like full what would you call it? VR suit? That doesn't need like the cameras and all the typical stuff that you would expect with VR. It's a material that's been around for a while. And it basically just puts you in entirely as a 3D character if you're wearing this kind of form-fitting 3D tech, whatever you want to call it, that lets you move pretty freely. You get gloves on, individual finger movement, and the results look awesome. Anyways, you should watch the podcast if you're even remotely into that kind of thing, I guess. It's cool just to see. And her personality is just like, she's absolutely adorable. Nice and awkward. It's great. Love her, she's awesome. What was the reason why I was bringing this up? Oh well, don't remember. It's how it is. Oh well. Brain fart. Was she there or they talked about her? No, she was there. And like a first time face reveal. And she looks just like her character too. She looks, I guess that makes sense. Maybe not. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Yeah. Also working out does help me in a way that's hard to perceive. One, it reduces anxiety, very true, which also reduces my stress eating, very true, I do that as well. And also it's a weird reminder to focus on myself every day. Progress, improvements, sometimes I get really lost and use my energy extremely, like on other people who don't add to my life. Yeah, it's a hard thing to stop. I mean, like, I guess easier said than done, but no, wait, that doesn't make sense. No, it is. It's just a hard thing to stop. You know, like it. I don't know. It's. There's so many things that I could say. Getting into I guess a pretty heavy conversation relative to me, but let's save that for another time. But that's exactly what happens with me. Slumbering, that's, yeah. I need like scheduling. Scheduling is probably the thing that works best for me for keeping my brain healthy in a routine. As much as I would rather not have a schedule, in order for things to actually get done, that's what I need to do. And as soon as I'm on the schedule, as soon as I have adjusted to it and included everything, like exercise time, meal prep, eating the food, working, all the other shit, like having everything all laid out in front of you, for me, that's the way that I prefer it. Because I'm disappointed when I don't do the things, right? So I let myself down when I really fail, I guess, you know? Anyways, I used to take anti-anxiety medication, and while it did have a chemical effect on me, one thing that I felt like it did for me was symbolic, not symbiotic. You turned into Venom? Cool. Symbolic. It was like a daily reminder of acknowledgement that yes, I do have a problem and that it's serious enough that I need to take medication for it, that I need to work on it. Right. And that there's ways to steer the ship of our feelings and how we feel in general as a person every day. Yeah, through help through a doctor, through help through professionals, friends, family. Yeah, arranging all that shit in a way that allows us to be who we are confidently. Something that I think we all at least want for ourselves, right? Is for us to be comfortably and confidently ourselves. You know, it might turn some people off, but for the sake of our mental health, I think that there's just no compromise on that. And getting rid of people who don't reciprocate or give back, or maybe not even give back. It's not about giving back. It's just like validation. And they don't validate your energy, your existence in any way. Gotta go, right? Gotta get those people out of our lives. That part's easier said than done. Right? For sure. For sure. Very, very challenging, very difficult. Yeah, I think all this just needs to be lighter. So I guess physically having to take and swallow a pill, I was symbolically swallowing my pride. I can understand that. I can understand that, having gone through it myself, having not wanting to be on pills, weaning myself off them, having about a week or 2 weeks of awful zaps of the brain as the withdrawals, and then ultimately being put back on them, and feeling better. I think I upped my, because there's so much headache to finding the right medication for you that doesn't impede on your day-to-day, right? With symptoms, with side effects, like lightheadedness, dizzy, nauseous, etc., right? Because it takes time for the medicine to affect our brain in the way that it needs to, so that we see results. But yeah, I never saw myself as being someone who required pills every day. So I pulled myself off of them. Bad choice for me. I'm very happy that I'm on them. You know, at the end of the day, it's kind of like what we want for ourselves is kind of our decision. And I decided to get back on them. And I'm glad I did. I really am. I'm glad I got back on my meds. And maybe with some exercise, a nice healthy diet. Maybe someday I won't need them. I don't know. I'm not really ready to do that just yet. Because they're very vital. Maybe post-pandemic. Maybe I'll think about it then. But even then, I'm very content, very happy. That's probably a ways away. Is that like a Yellow Card song? Way for you to have something like that. Anybody else here emo a little bit? Back in the day? Dabble into the emo? I dabbed. I emoed a bit. back in the day. Don't like Theos. So that's the kind of thing, I mean, of like spending my focus and energy on others that can't give it back. Exactly, yeah. Wait, did I miss something? So I guess physically, yeah, not to make it weird, I used to spend too much energy on streamers. Uh-huh, so that's the kind of thing... Wait. Like watching streamers? I guess I can't really relate to that. Streamers, I think, provide a very special kind of cool entertainment, but like it's important to not confuse streamers with your real-life personal friends. That's very true. So what you're talking about there is social, paranormal, parasocial, the Smiths emo? Not quite. I think that the Smiths, because of the Smiths, we have emo. Partly. Not entirely, though. I think that they're like considered to be like the elders. The elders emo. Yes, that's it. Thank you, Slumbering. Parasocial relationships. Yeah, it's so, because I found that happened to me as well. With a lot of the streamers, I don't really interact with the chat because simply I'm all thumbs. So that's why I don't really type. I wish I could. I wish I was better at typing. But because of that, I think it's helped me disconnect a little bit better. Because I use a lot of streamers as my friends while I'm playing video games, like a single player game. I always have a stream on. When I'm working, playing video games, you know, streaming has been more like couch co-op with a friend who is mute, or at least completely ignores me. Which is just like the real thing. Oh god. So it's fine. So it's like, it's totally fine. And in fact, one of the things I loved doing as a kid was going over to my friend's place, who was really good at playing video games, and just watching him beat video games. And then every time that he'd be like, hey, and I think it was a cousin actually, every time that they would pass the controller to me, I was like, no, you're fucking way better at this game than I am. Keep playing. Did you guys ever do that? I remember saying that, like it was yesterday. And now Twitch is here, right? So it's the thing that's babysat me as a kid, and it's taking care of me as an adult. But there are some boundaries. There's definitely some boundaries that we have to remind ourselves. As much as I would love to hang out with the people that watch the stream in real time, in real person, I have a life outside of the stream as well. And just like you guys, you know, it's kind of one of those things. If my life was completely about the stream, then I think that that'd be a little bit different. Maybe I would be more interactive outside of the stream as well. I don't know, but it's definitely something that happens. And I wonder if Twitch won't do shit. There we go. Yeah, tackled that subject quick. And problem only exclusive to like something Twitch related, and they don't really have much for it. At least I haven't done any research. I'm just talking completely out of my ass. Alright, let me scroll. Not my proudest face, nor is it mine. Yeah. I think at the time I thought I was a badass. But no, looking back, it was literally like Flock of Seagulls haircuts and shit. You know, I became the thing I hated the most, and it's the 80s. I used to absolutely cringe at anything from the 80s, and now it's funny because I love 80s synth, like electronic music. I love the aesthetics. Some of the aesthetics. Funny how it works. If I was tight girl pants, doing this all the time, the whole shebang. Listening to bootleg live shows on my God, what was it called? It wasn't an iPad. It wasn't an iPad. It was a mini disc player. I fucking love that thing. I could hold every song, all the music. I could hold it all. I've been just painting this one leg for like, feels like 8 hours. That's a pretty unenjoyable feeling, right? When you're like, man, it's got to be at least 5 hours of painting, and then you go to check the time. It's been like 25 minutes. You're like, shit. Oh, this is gonna be good. This isn't gonna be good. This is gonna be a bad one. I hate it when that happens. Maybe it's just me. I'll say what you might not want to. Not all your fans are people you want to be friends with. No, you're absolutely true. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Sorry. I like to consider most of them are good people, but there's things called hate watchers, right? And they will just watch you and writhe in hatred. They're usually unhealthy people who have lots of things going on in their personal lives that have made them who they are. And they take it out in interesting ways, I guess, unique ways, maybe, what I should say. But yeah, I think pretty much every streamer has probably somebody like that. It sucks, but I don't really focus on it too much. While you can riff and interact with them and have a fun time doing that, you actually don't want to be their friend. Because I used to stream, and yeah, I would have fun with my viewers, but I don't really want to be personal friends with them. And that's a weird thing to realize. Why can I talk to a streamer every day and we have fun together, but we aren't really friends at all, and it's a one-way relationship? It is! So that's true. It's kind of true, and I mean, like, this is a form of entertainment for a lot of people. The dynamic changes when somebody expects something more from the other person that wasn't either communicated or agreed upon. And Twitch being something entirely new, we're still unraveling. We're still unwrapping it and trying to figure out how to engage with all this. So we're gonna run into probably very unique issues like paranormal activity, like ghosts on goats on Twitch. But for me, it's yeah, making friends. Slumbering, you are a friend. You know, like you're somebody online that I met through Twitch streaming, and I think that's fine. I think just as long as people know that there are, I don't know, it's such an interesting subject, and it's unlike anything else. It really is. But I think it could still be healthy. I personally, I'm using Twitch selfishly so that I have an excuse for my shitty art to try and improve, right? That's it gives me a schedule. It gives me balance to my day-to-day by streaming and coming here and hanging out. The bonus, and it's a big bonus, is hanging out with awesome people, right? And I think that it's fine to have online friendships, relationships in that way. But we have to know where the lines are, where the boundaries are. And that might be different depending on the streamer and the community, right? And it's probably harder for some people to tell than others where those boundaries are. And I think that's probably, I don't know, like a lot of people who I would assume that are watching Twitch, and I know what assuming does. It makes an ass of myself. But a lot of people probably come from backgrounds where they don't have as many friends and haven't developed. And this isn't meant to be a slap. This isn't meant to be an insult, because I come from that similar background as well. Coming from a group of friends who maybe aren't as social, and then once we come to a platform that is socializing in a introverted kind of way, we feel, I don't know, Twitch feels like home to me, and that's also an issue. It's because we can feel so comfortable, then we expect genuine friendship, and then when we see that we don't get it, it can take a toll on us mentally. I hope all that what I just said makes an ounce of sense, but you know, this is stuff that I thought of for sure. But I don't really consider myself to be personal friends with any streamers. Maybe mutuals to some of them. Like Sam Peterson, I know that guy. I've met that guy. I've hung out with that guy. I met that guy in person first before streaming, and he's awesome. I hung out with him a bunch of times. But I don't know. It's weird because hanging out in stream, you guys see me, I don't see you, and that's it, right? And that's kind of the one-sided thing of it, much like how some people might expect more from their perspective, right? He's a great kisser, absolutely. Yeah. Very nice guy. Like, just like a really good guy. And hi, Paradox Moose. How you doing, man? I thought Derek was a friend. Yeah, definitely not for that Moose guy. I have enough Moose friends up here in Canada. Moose friends. You cut off. No, I'm joking. I'm joking! This feels too real. No. It's fake. It's a joke. He still feels sad. Fuck. God damn it. God damn it. I think it's a little different with a smaller stream. Yes. It is, yeah. I would say that it's probably different per stream. But maybe that's splitting hairs. If you're a big streamer that has 10k viewers, it's completely unlikely and unreasonable to expect that kind of personal attention from a streamer, right? Yeah. Yeah, I doubt that they could even list 5 of their subs, right? So it becomes that. And that can be a problem to some. Maybe other streamers probably ignore it. I don't know. It is an interesting, do I say phenomena? Little LL Cool J in here. Was it LL Cool J? I think so. I appreciate you sharing all this, Slumbering. No, this is a, it's a subject that, probably should be talked about. Has Twitch ever talked about this? And what it can do? No, it doesn't. It doesn't care. Twitch doesn't care. Twitch don't care. They say they do, right? It's one thing to say, and then another to just continue on years and years and not acknowledge anything. Moose, how was your week, man? Do you have a busy fucking Moose week? Yeah, and speaking of which, Bezos, he's done, right? He's stepping down. So now we have Andy. Akiva and Yorma. And Andy. I'm Andy. Alright. Let's tint this. Pretty chill, no busy, pretty chill week. Awesome, man. Oh yeah. Nice first week of February. Man, I've been just like super noodling. I'm not really into this painting, I think. This knee is turned me off. It's just a mess. Maybe we need to move around. Let's move to another. Move to her other leg then. There was a video he did with Ludwig. Wait, which one? So there is a psychologist. Oh yeah, GG. Fucking AoE healing. Motherfucking K. Right? It goes by K. Love him. Absolutely. Like, I think I've watched the first video I watched of his. I think it was a live stream of Redfall. I think they were talking. Yeah, Healthy Gamer GG, Dr. K. Yeah, and it was just like, fuck, man. Bawling my eyes out. Real as shit, man. But watching that guy has, I think, helped me with my recent bout of depression, honestly. Like a year ago, 2 years ago, whenever it was. When Dr. K started streaming. I think that he's helped a lot of people. And him being on Twitch was such a new thing altogether as well. And I guess he would probably have some things to talk about and say with parasocial relationships, right? I wonder if he's ever said anything about that. No, when they talk about a variety of things, but also parasocial relations. Okay, cool. You answered it. Yeah. It definitely makes more sense that it's something that has like varying levels of to it, I guess, like different levels of parasocial relationships, and how it can be more possible for smaller streams. That makes tons of sense. I guess like what can the streamer do and what can the viewer do to make sure that things stay healthy. No more dick pics, I guess. Damn. probably the first thing. So you guys will have to stop sending me dick pics. By the way. Ah, wait! You thought it was the other way around. Gotcha. Want to adjust the levels or the contrast just a little bit. Let's pop on a levels. It's making things pretty saturated, so I'll have to counter that. How does that look? Okay, so I think what I want to do is fill this layer in with black, make sure I'm still selecting it, and then go and paint in those changes myself. Some white. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Maybe? Yeah, I think this side just needs to be, blah, 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 you know? Lighten it up, maybe. Nope, still looks like trash. Trash. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, I said I was gonna move on to this leg. Let's do that then. Maybe we do this. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I wonder what, if there is going to be any type of change that we'll see with Bezos leaving. Yeah, it definitely feels like, sadly, Twitch is not even close to being what it used to be. I would love a shake-up or something. I don't know, it's just... ain't the same, right? Nothing good lasts. Not with that attitude, though. Oh, shit. Looking back at myself. Oh, crazy. Streamer's crazy. One thing that I hate when I talk to the therapist is when they active listen. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Like you say, by chance use a unique word in an attempt to relate to you, they will use it back at you. It's so true. It seemed like they heard what you were saying. It feels very belittling, doesn't it? Feels like something a fucking middle school teacher would do. It just feels like they actually don't understand what you said, and it's kind of patronizing. Yeah. Yeah. You know, and that's much like with meds. That's another pain in the ass, is finding the right therapist for you. That's such a pain in the ass. It's something that they're familiar with, though, so it's hopefully you're not hurting their feelings when you're like, listen, the Rorschach paintings, very nice, but I don't want to look at them anymore. You know what I mean? They don't do shit for me. I just keep seeing dicks. What does that tell me? Don't answer that. I had somebody, when I first seeking therapy, I had someone show me Rorschach paintings, and it was the silliest I've ever felt in a very, very long time. Yeah, it was so... Those sessions were quickly ended. And I found another one. I found another therapist. And she was great. Very helpful. And all that she was really doing is just listening to me and saying that's completely normal. And that was kind of it. That was kind of what she was saying, and she was just telling me shit that I already knew. But it was validating. It was nice to hear a professional say, "No, that's totally fucking normal." No, stop that. You're fucking... No, shut up. You're totally normal. Well, she didn't say words like... I kind of wish she did. I kind of wish, like, psychiatrists would just talk to me like a fucking person, I guess. But I guess not every person talks the same way that I talk. Nonchalantly, with lots of swearing. Motherfucker. Sorry. And that's it. I only swear as a descriptor. You know, something to enhance another word. Truly, probably not needed, but it helps me communicate better. I'm getting really distracted. Feels weird having been on Twitch since 2013 and it's not feeling that long. Yeah, no, it's... Twitch is big, but it's barely a blip in the grand scheme of things. I don't know. Maybe not. It has been... You know, it chews up bandwidth. You know, people are on the site and they stay on the site for a good amount of time. So yeah, it definitely has grown, but I agree with you. It's it ain't 2013 Twitch. So Derek, let's find a way you can feel more PogChamp more of the time and less feel bad. Yeah, that's how I wish. That's how I wish I could relate to my psychiatrist like that. I honestly could. You know, I want to feel always PogChamp. You know, and not feel Pepe hands, right? Or even Monka S whenever I leave the house. You know? So that I don't feel Monka Giga. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah. I just want a Pepe laugh all day long. In my pajamas. Is that so much to ask for? And I hate this knee. I'm not drawing form, I'm just drawing what I'm seeing is why. And speaking of Pepe hands, I think I'm gonna call the stream here. I need to switch over to some commission work. and do some emails. Oh, it's lunchtime actually, so I'll be doing that. I'm not gonna finish this. Probably, I don't know. I doubt it. I need to find, I think the next time that we tackle legs, I need to find actual, like, solid breakdown of the muscles that's legible. As much as I love Bridgman and Loomis, they don't really have that great of a leg breakdown. With like, I guess we could probably make our own version. Break down our own legs and something to kind of like use as a framing tool when it comes to drawing legs. So next week, I think arms? Maybe? Or maybe more heads. We'll see. We'll see. But guys, thanks so much for hanging out. She looks nice and lacquered, yeah. I like that. I think that, if you're taking photos of someone naked, having a little bit of perspiration or mist on them to enhance specularity, so you get even more contrast, right? Even more values. It's awesome. It's great. Now, if you're soaking them in oil, that might be a little bit different. I don't know. Sexy dude drawing stream. Did you? I guess we had some model dudes over here. We had a bunch of other things. Didn't we? No? It's not? Yeah, I had a ton of fun with the Bodies in Motion .photo site. I'll be trying to use that site as much as I can and check it frequently for new updates for photos and stuff. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get some food. Thank you so much for hanging out. The new followers, I certainly appreciate it. Lurkin, twerkin, jerkin, whatever you're doing, you're here, and I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing some of your limited amount of time on this planet, hanging out. I'll be back Monday, streaming Monday through Friday, starting at 9 a.m. EST. Nope, that's the wrong one. Let's get it. There we go. Professional over here. Monday through Friday, starting at 9 a.m. You stream for about 3 hours. And that's it. Enjoy your weekend. We'll come back next week and we'll have some more anatomy studies to work on. And that's it. All right, guys. Loves and hugs. I'm out. Peace.